It's a collection that was locked away for over 60 years. Rows of shelves containing centuries of scholarly and religious Buddhist works. But most of their contents are yet to be researched, and many of the books are in poor condition.
Because we don't have enough space, we're forced to stack many of the sutras, one on top of another, or put them in places that are not suitable for storing them. And this can sometimes damage the books.
3/4 of the monasteries in Mongolia were destroyed, and over 30,000 monks murdered during the 1930s communist purge. Many texts were salvaged from those monasteries and hidden by believers. The most precious books are now housed in the library museum and include some of the only known surviving manuscripts of the Buddha's teachings, 2 of which have been certified by UNESCO. Scholars believe there are over 1 million books stored in the National Library of Mongolia, but only about 1/4 of them have been studied and identified, mainly due to lack of funds and qualified staff.
So many books are under-researched, under-read, and we don't understand what's in that. So it's knowledge being lost.
The Mongolian government recently stepped up efforts to help preserve this historical text with a new bill to protect the country's documentary heritage.
It will oblige our government to delegate fund every year for restoring, for protecting and for cleaning, and also for researching and for properly storing and transmitting it to the next generation, all the important documentary histories we have.
After centuries of contact with Tibet, Mongolia adopted Buddhism as the state religion in the 16th century, and people today continue to observe its practices under democracy.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama often says Mongolia should uphold this great Nalanda tradition in the future, because Mongolia is an independent country.
Come and see, written in gold.
With present-day Tibet under Chinese rule and its religious leader, the Dalai Lama, living in exile, many Mongolians believe they have an important role to not only safeguard these historical texts, but also the future of Tibetan Buddhism. Pearly Jacob, Al Jazeera, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia.